What is it? Yeah.
It's a tape measure.
Let's see how big your head is. What size is your head? Big.
You don't do the baby like
You
that.
got a big head. What size is your head?
I wasn't expecting that to happen.
What?
My phone to actually be up.
Oh.
Hi, everybody.
Is somebody here?
Yeah, Susie right there.
Oh, I see
it. I know this was kind of last minute. I think we decided to do this, Tuesday?
Yeah. Nah, it was like Monday.
Monday
Yeah.
or Tuesday. We decided to do this because we realized that we had not talked about Ready to Love. Hi, Crystal. This is our first live about it since the season started, and we're like, are we on like episode 7 tomorrow or something?
Yeah.
So I know that I posted something in our comments to someone about what was it, the brackets? Like making it almost like a bracket. I couldn't do that because it was confusing.
Yeah.
But hi, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
But so I made out a full list of everybody that has been eliminated thus far, and I guess we can start off by talking through the eliminations and then who's left.
Who got eliminated?
So on the guys, we got Christian.
He got cheated.
Why do you think he got cheated?
Like they didn't give him a real chance, man. I think if, he just got cheated, man. That curveball messed him up, man.
Oh, because 2 guys got eliminated.
Yeah.
But you don't feel that Khalil got cheated?
No. Khalil, like, he just didn't have the juice.
So I have that Christian, Dietrich, Khalil, and Troy were the guys that got sent home so far.
Yeah.
And I was reading on somebody else's video because I like to watch and see what other people that are reviewing the show have to say about it. And one of the comments that I saw was that they don't think anybody should be eliminated in the first episode because it would give them all a chance to get to know each other without the immediate fear of getting sent home.
I actually like that idea. Like the first night not be, or the first episode they're not getting eliminated. They're like truly getting the opportunity to be on the show. Mm-hmm. And truly getting the opportunity to like try to make a connection with as many people as they possibly can, because it's like the first episode is like an Easter egg hunt when you're like just running, trying to find all the eggs. Mm-hmm. But you know, then once you get to the big ones, you know, those are hidden a little bit better, so you got to take your time and find those.
Well, yeah, I guess it's kind of true. Like when you get to when you first arrive, you're just trying to figure out your strategy. Yeah. Like, how do I talk to as many people as possible? Because like everybody doesn't have a crazy bubbly personality where they're going to. Willie, could you stop? Okay. Here, take my phone. Everybody doesn't have a crazy personality where they're just like immediately going to hit it off with people. Like I would be a person that I think would get eliminated very quickly on a elimination style dating show because I'm just not that open to, you know, jumping out there.
I wouldn't get eliminated.
Well, you're a lot more talkative than I
would probably win.
Okay.
I would probably win, man, because it's a competition and I like to win and I'm a winner.
Okay.
Winners
losing
win.
is for losers.
Losing is for losers. Winners win.
Okay. Point taken.
Yeah.
So Christian got cheated.
Yeah.
What do you feel about Dietrich?
I think Dietrich's plan backfired because I don't think Dietrich took time to like really try to get to know other people. You know what I'm saying?
Who did he go on dates with?
Tressa, and that's it. Tressa, Bernicia.
He did go on a date with Bernicia because Bernicia is how he got eliminated.
And I'm not sure if he went on a date with somebody else, but those like his strategy of making a connection with the ladies didn't work the way he thought it was gonna work.
Right.
You know, and him just stringing Tressa along just made it worse for him because I felt like he knew that he didn't want to date her.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead.
It was just you're there.
Yeah, you're here. I want to, talk to you a little bit more and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I felt like Dietrich was just kind of, he floated around as long as he could.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything like overly, what's the word I want to use? Egregious.
Yeah.
He wasn't like a creeper, kind of like Troy was, or anything like that. He just kind of
didn't fit.
He didn't float into the crowd. He was just kind of hovering around the crowd. Like he's a cool guy, but nobody was like, this the one.
Yeah.
And then let's see, we didn't really get to know Khalil very much at all. I didn't like how Dietrich seemed to blame Tressa because he wasn't attracted to her. He behaved like a trapped animal that had to chew his foot off in order to get away. Yeah, and it's kind of like Tressa was like, I'm, engaging you because you're engaging me, but you don't want me, and let's not pretend like you do. Which I think that they wasted each other's time with multiple interactions, but it's a show, so you gotta waste somebody's time at some point.
That was the frustrating. I'm glad you said that. That was the frustrating part about Dietrich is that he did waste her time, and it ultimately caused both of them to go home to be eliminated. Like Tressa was like on her way out, but it just prolonged Dietrich's time on the show.
But I mean, granted, this is only the second season of this show that you and I have watched.
Yep.
But
we watched the first episode. It's like, oh, nephew Tommy, and never watched it again until
because it came on after maybe Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's how I had caught up in a few like random glances of it, but it was never anything like, oh, I gotta watch this. But who was I talking about? Getting sent home. From the last season, it seems like when you don't have strong connections and you get sent home, ultimately the person who also was connected to you gets sent home next. Because that's kind of like Naya and Chris. Chris got sent home, then Naya got sent home.
There was no point for Naya to be there.
Exactly. And it's the same with oh gosh, it was another group or two people on last season that were the exact same way. I just can't remember who they are. I have no idea what she's doing. She's on Google, and I'm gonna let her have it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's found the camera. So Khalil was just someone that we just never got to know. And then Troy, I really wish that episode or that date with Chrysanthemum had aired.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that would have given us a lot more to talk about. I didn't want to talk about it like.
I mean, Troy, like, he was. I felt like Troy was just trying to do too much, and the way he explained certain things and tried to fit his way of life into what he thought the girls wanted or wanted to hear, not.
Thank you.
It's just a game.
What's it say? He could have said, "I'm sorry, Tressa. I tried, but my taste changed, etc." He came across as defensive to me. You can click it to put it on the screen, but like the actual comment, you can click it.
I'll click that.
Yes. He came across as defensive to me where she was concerned. You like who you like, no need to be angry about it. That's true. A lot of people, like, you have preferences, but on top of having preferences, it's just like a person might be aesthetically who you thought you were in love with, but the personality just doesn't click, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different factors with that. Lily. What are you doing?
This is so funny, man. She got me over here DJing the live stream here. Lord Jesus. Help us all.
So then we hadn't touched on any of the ladies yet, with the exception of Tressa, and that's just because we're talking about her in regards to Dietrich.
Hey.
So the people that got sent home were Andrea, Ida, Stacy, and Tressa. And I don't know if I can blame it on editing, but it seemed like Andrea was just a little bit closed off to everybody. Yeah. Like she wasn't having like conversations that had people like ready to get to know her.
Yeah. No, I think with Andrea was the cat lady.
Mm-hmm.
That was sad about her cat.
Yes.
So I think with her, it was just how she came off on like two certain guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you turn people off from your conversation, and for your first impression, you don't really stand to have a chance.
Right.
You know, once people wants to really be around you and stuff like that, that's when you start getting a chance to actually stay on.
Right.
You know, that's why I was like, Christian was cheated because people seem to actually genuinely like him, and the people that go home first were not, you know, they didn't have an opportunity to do anything.
Yeah, it's like two conversations were had, and it's like, all right, don't like him, don't like her. I don't know that the environment of a dating show was right for Andrea.
Nah, I don't think so. I think she needed to.
She's a one-on-one type person, and that's not a negative thing. I just don't think that this show was the right move for her. Ida, I couldn't really figure out the jumping into the other people's dates.
Yeah,
no, they're not dates at that point.
Ida talked her way out of this show.
Yeah.
Like she, I don't think she stood a chance because of the fact that she talked so much, and there was so many people trying to meet people on that same day, and it's like you're talking a lot about nothing. You know, and that's a turnoff for some people.
Yeah, we had said that at the very beginning. Like sending people home same day doesn't seem fair at all. It's just kind of like, this is what we got to do. This is just how the show is set up, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Stacy, I didn't really see Stacy making very many connections because did she go on a date with AJ at all? I'm just going through the guys. I don't think she went on a date with AJ at all. She was really nice to Christian, but of course Christian got sent home early. David rubbed her the wrong way because he said that there's, what did he say? No privacy.
Yeah, with the password.
Yeah, there's no privacy in his relationships.
Who are you talking about?
Stacy.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I guess that's what you're talking about. I was just
I'm talking about Stacy. You asked me like I was saying something wrong.
Nah, I was just trying to figure it out, man. My bad. Carry on.
Dietrich, she did kind of try to engage with Dietrich because she kind of like walked off on Chris to talk to Dietrich.
Because he was the chef. Yeah, she did.
So I don't know how that was explored. And Stacy has been on a few people's lives saying that the reason she got sent home was totally unrelated to the David thing. It was because she had some type of conversation with a guy that didn't go correctly. and he called around and basically was like telling all the guys, send her home. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know, man. She knows more than I do.
Well, I'm saying I don't know how that works because somebody has to like you enough to want to be like, nah, I'm not gonna just send her home because you and her had an issue. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pulling it back up.
I really believe that Stacey got sent home because she got too buddy with Chrysanthemum, and they forgot that they was on a competition.
But I would have probably, like, if I had to pick one too, I probably would have sent Chrysanthemum home before Stacey. But I think the Stacey thing was because of the approach to Ron.
Yeah.
About Chrysanthemum, like it made it look like she should have gone home first.
Well, I was gonna say everybody was like, nobody was really like Stacey's in my top. You know what I'm saying? But Chrysanthemum, whatchamacallit was in Chrysanthemum, or Chrysanthemum was in Ron's top, or something like that.
Yes, Elle, that's what I'm talking about. She said that there was some type of confrontation, and she said she didn't want to throw whoever it is under the bus. I'm like, well, don't half explain it. Like, either we throwing them all the way under the bus, or let's not talk about it. But that's how she did, and she did that with several different interviews that she did. Oh, yeah. Like, she said there was some type of confrontation that happened, and in the midst of that confrontation, could you stop calling people? Thank you. In the midst of that confrontation, she essentially was like, things played out that didn't go well in her favor. Her and the dude, whoever he was, got into it, and he didn't want her to be on the show no more. That's.
I wonder what she said, man, or what happened.
And then, of course, we got Tresha. So I guess with the look of who we still have left, when we actually first started the season, I didn't think Amber was going to still be here by episode 6 because she seemed kind of reserved. But she seems to be making more connections than I thought she was going to.
Yeah.
Can you please stop calling people?
Stop looking at it on that. Just put it up on the HBO.
Yeah, I do it. Hold on.
Yeah, Amber's still on here because of Chris.
Well, obviously Joelle now.
And Joelle. I mean, like, Amber had real conversations with people and sat down and made real connections with people from day one, and have been doing that since.
Yeah.
You know,
from first glance, though, I didn't think that she was gonna make it this far.
Well, I didn't think from first glance. I didn't think Stacey was gonna get eliminated
because of how she looked.
Yeah.
So who do we have left? I guess that's where I was gonna go next with everything. Or I guess the guys that we have left and who I think is gonna go next. So we got AJ, we got David, we got Jason, we got Joelle, we have Ron, and we have KG. It seems at this point, and I have to make myself a note to remember things. It seems at this point that the only person that's keeping AJ here is Kyra, right?
Yeah.
And then the only person that's keeping David here is Liz.
AJ can go.
I feel the same way.
What's wrong with AJ?
AJ just seems very arrogant and like he wants women to do all the work for him.
Does he?
Yes.
I have not gotten that feeling from him.
What did you get from him? You got genuine from him? Because I didn't get that.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't say genuine. I wouldn't say I got the feeling of being arrogant.
I definitely got arrogance from him.
It possibly could mean, I really don't know what arrogance looked like.
Very much so.
Yeah, that possibly could be the problem. But I don't think of arrogant when AJ is a poser.
The whole thing with the date with Kyra 2 years ago was the initial rubbed me the wrong way, and then it's just continued.
But she's like moving in this last episode. They moved in the right direction.
I'm the friend that holds grudges for you. You don't have to. I'll do it.
Yo, you something else, man.
So you got Kyra saving AJ. You got Liz saving David. And Kyra and Liz are both kind of going for Jason, which is also a surprise for me. Yes, he has F-boy energy. I will agree. That is a perfect way of describing it. It is F-boy energy. I'm not going to say he's F-boy, but that's the energy.
That's the energy that he gives off. Oh, okay.
Like, he talks a good game around other people, but nothing about what he says is like goes along with the actions that he has. Stacey and Chrysanthemum come across as the type that doesn't have to put in much effort because of their looks. Yeah. And then also Chrysanthemum said something last episode I think it was last episode where she was saying that she's not really a relationship girl. Well, why are you on this show? If you're not looking to be in a relationship, why are you here? Was it here to like try to get your 15 minutes of fame or something? But it was just really weird. David wasn't even in the last episode, and one person is interested that wasn't in the bottom two. That's Liz. That's the only person I got that was interested in him. People keep saying David and Liz gonna make it, and I think it's the church connection, and I think David's gonna end up going. David and AJ are the next two guys to go.
That's what you say.
That's what I feel. I believe.
I honestly, man, I think Jason is safe.
Because he has Liz.
Yeah.
And Kyra.
She said, let it go.
It doesn't make sense. Like, the angle for Kyra and AJ doesn't make sense. It's like, he's your best date, but he didn't even pay for this date. Production did.
But still, though, it's like he had to think it out. Like, y'all got to get off of AJ, man. He's trying. He's trying. Can a brother change?
You know what? Somebody said that you always defend people.
And I'm defending AJ.
Well, no, they said you always.
I'm harder on guys because I expect more.
Mm-hmm. But you're being very lenient with this one.
I don't know, man. I just don't see what everybody else is seeing because I guess I've been in the position that he's been in before.
What do you mean?
Like when I went on a date one time and I didn't have the money.
But did you lie like you did, or did you just go on a less expensive date?
Nah, I just went on a less expensive
Okay,
date.
that's what he should have done. See, that's a difference.
AJ is trash. Dang. Dang. I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did, AJ, but you need to stop.
Chrysanthemum needs to do some self-work before she tries to connect with anyone. What she reveals to Chris says a lot about how she comes off. Absolutely.
That's the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want a relationship. Like, that's the thing. I didn't understand that either. You say you're not a relationship person, but you're on a show that's about relationships. About
getting in a relationship. Right. So it looks like you're chasing some notoriety of some sort.
Right.
Like you want to go and now be an influencer or a socialite, and this is your springboard for that.
Right. It's crazy, man.
AJ is trash. I'm in their same age bracket, and I don't understand. It seems like she's settling. You talking about Kyra?
Yeah.
How old is Kyra? I imagine that
Kyra's like 30 something, 33, 34, 35.
Yeah, Tommy and I are 34, so I imagine that.
Are you sure?
I think I'm 34.
Okay.
I have to ask from time to time. But I imagine that
somebody's gonna be like, man, I thought he was much older than that.
Funny story. We were at church. This was pre-pandemic, and I was telling one of our church members that I was turning, I think at that point 31, maybe 32, and she was like, oh yeah, I told her Tommy was turning 31 or 32, whichever one it was, and she was like, well, how old are you? And I told her how old I was. She said, y'all the same age. I thought he was much older than you.
I guess I carry myself more mature.
I think it's the gray in your beard. Are you okay? Why are you on my Home Depot app, baby? What are you trying to feel?
Nah, we haven't talked about Jason yet.
No. Look, that's a good springboard. Let's talk about Jason. So,
what you got? I don't have nothing bad to say about Jason.
I don't have any negative things to say about Jason per se, but Jason and Liz is an awkward couple to me. if they were to ever make it to coupledom. And someone described it perfectly. I think it was in our comments, but it might have been in someone else's comments, where they said Jason looked like Liz's son that she had when she was like a teenager. And that felt perfect to me. Like, Jason is very young compared to Liz is 40. Even though they're only 4 years apart, it seems like it's light years apart.
Yeah.
That date was slightly cringy.
Yeah, the kisses were cringy. I was like, the first kiss, I was like, okay, I see. The second kiss, though, I was like, brother, hold on, man. I don't know if she like wanted that second kiss or not.
I don't know if she wanted either one of those kisses or.
I mean, she accepted the first one. The first one was like, okay, cool. I see what you're doing, brother. Good job. That was a good placement right there. That second one looked like, okay, man, you're pushing up on me too much. I was like, back up a little bit, man. Give me 50 feet.
Oh my gosh.
But no, I think Jason is in a really good position with both of the girls, or both of the women. I'm sorry. Be it that. What you doing?
I'm about to spit my gun.
Be it that he's in a good place. He's like basically up in their top. You know, he has a chance with both of them, man. And I think Jason is playing the game. I don't want to say the game, but I think he's doing it right.
Liz has an older spirit than Jason. I agree. It's not that I think that they're
like 4 years apart.
Yeah, they're 4 years apart, but it feels a lot more than 4 years apart.
She seems way more mature than Jason does. That's what it is.
Could you fix that for her? The tactics they used in the past may have worked when they were younger and the men were younger too. You change and grow as you get older. Based on the men, she could be settling. Yeah, I mean, I think that she wants a David type because she is heavily invested in the church and things like that, but it just feels a little weird with Jason. Even David, it's just the connection on the church thing. I haven't seen them like fully connect on anything more.
This is perfect right here.
What does it say? It looks like a mother-son dinner. Liz looked like she was having dinner with her son who's been away from college, and she came to visit. It did. Like, she showed up and was like, hey, baby, I heard they got a Ferris wheel downtown. You want to meet me down there and we can go have lunch?
I didn't get none of that. I thought Liz looked good, man.
Nobody's debating that.
And I just had to put that out there.
Nobody's debating the way that Liz looks.
I don't know. I think it's because I think Jason is the youngest male on the show, right?
I think so. It was Christian.
Yeah, it was Christian. Because people will feel that way with Christian and if he got with anybody.
Not anybody. Really.
But I think Liz and Jason, that was a surprise to me when they really started talking with each other and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That was a super surprise. But I wanted to see more of Liz, not Liz, but Jason and Kyra. Yeah,
I don't know.
Jason and Kyra, to see how that is really flourishing, because they talk like it's a good game, but it's not really.
Could you stop?
It's not really it's not really, being portrayed in the TV shows with them two. So
yeah.
But what else you got, man?
What?
Man, Liz and Joel will be.
I would like for Liz and David to connect on more bases than just faith. Yeah, it's like, okay, we both believe in God. What else you got? Because I haven't seen anything else from him. The only things that I've seen from him is the conversations about the one he had with Liz, where he said that he never wants a woman to leave him like his second wife did, and that felt very manipulative to me, because women don't just get up and leave. Something happened You might not want to talk about what happened, but something happened to have that conversation that she just got up and left the way that he described it. Because he was like, she woke up in the middle of the night and was like, I'm gone. That's not what happened. Christian looked older than 34. I would put him right there at my age. So I wouldn't say he looks older or younger. I want to see how Liz and Joel look together. I mean, Joel is a grown 40.
Look,
Liz is a grown 40. But I think Joel trying to have sex. And Liz, I don't think she is.
Oh.
Or we know she's not.
I'm just put this out there. I think Joel is actually gonna make it to the end.
Oh.
I don't know with whom.
Joel just has a great personality.
Right.
Like across the board, like you want to see him win in life because of his personality. Not just win this show, but in life.
Right. Like
you want to see him do great things.
Like we go to Houston, we need to link up.
I think Liz low-key doesn't really hold the heavy faith requirement it seems like she has on camera, if that makes any sense. I could see that. Okay. Hold your horses. Because I don't know what you're trying to watch.
Man, you gotta be fast on the trigger. I don't know what you were saying.
She was trying to watch Gomorrah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm giving it back.
What else we got?
Put that one. 100%. Otherwise, she wouldn't have let Jason get any of those kisses. With that trembling voice, I just don't want anybody else to leave me. Didn't that feel super manipulative? Like it didn't feel right to me when he said that. It reminded me of someone that I know, and he said things like that to his current wife, and I was like, girl, wow. Liz is fun. I love her though. Joel is real. Somebody said that Liz dresses a lot differently for Jason and for David.
I never paid that any mind.
I don't remember what she had on either date.
Yeah, I can't either.
I only remember what she had on her date with AJ.
What did she have on?
She just came dressed to play the game that they were playing.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yep.
David scares me. I just don't want anyone else to leave me. Yeah, but that could be true.
It doesn't make it false.
Is he still on the show? Yeah, he's still on the show.
See, he's not even making enough of an impression where you remember if he's on the show.
Like no, he's not, because it's like he's shooting. He only has. Are we talking about David now?
Yeah, we can talk about.
Oh, okay.
We're jumping around.
Oh, okay. I thought we had a little list of.
I mean, I did with the eliminations, but after that, I just kind of stopped.
I'm just trying to figure out our format here, man. I'm just kind of.
We're just talking.
Oh, okay. Having a good old little time. Let me see. What was I saying about David? David is just like I don't know, man. He got one shot with one girl, and if she gets eliminated, which I don't see her getting eliminated, but if she gets eliminated,
Liz gets sent home easily. Not as easily as some other people, but I mean, she got Jason. Hold on,
she just left me here to talk to you guys about David. I think David is just, I don't know. I just honestly think David can, like, he has one shot. And if he doesn't make it with that one shot, then it's pretty much over for him. If Liz goes for Jason, nobody else is looking for David. So it kind of sucks with that.
What'd you say?
I'm not repeating myself. You should have been in here.
I had to go get a snack for the child.
But I was just talking about David.
There you go. What was I say? They didn't show him last episode on TV, but they put his double date with Kyra, Dietrich, and Liz on YouTube. Last season, they didn't put all these random dates on YouTube, did they? I don't remember that. I felt like it was more on the actual show.
Who are we talking about here?
Kyra with David would entertain Kyra.
I don't know. I'm lost.
So David, Kyra, Dietrich, and Liz went on a date. I can't see Kyra with Dietrich or David.
You have graham crackers right there.
Here,
why are you looking for these?
Okay, you want this one too? There you go.
David and Kyra. I don't know.
David or Chris is going home next. They only have one woman keeping them on the show. Yeah, I mean, we've had David already in the bottom. Chris right now, the only person that we have keeping him is Amber. I think that
who's next to eliminate? Is it boys or girls?
We're even now. This last episode we eliminated, I don't remember who got sent home. Dietrich.
So it's a girl that would probably more than likely go home.
One of the ladies. So you have Amber, Alexis, Chrysanthemum, Kyra, Liz, and Bernicia.
Yeah.
On that list, Chrysanthemum goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chrysanthemum is the next girl to go.
Just before someone gets locked in the basement. Are you talking about David? You think he's gonna lock somebody in the basement? Just based off of what we have, it seems like Chrysanthemum is next to go because we know her and KG are not doing anything. Ron is just like, don't corner me. I do the cornering, you don't corner me. Although Alexis kind of corners him, but it seems like he actually likes Alexis. So Joelle hasn't gone out on a date with her that we've seen. I don't see Jason and Chrysanthemum doing anything. He doesn't seem like he's like edgy enough for her. And then David, don't see that working with Chrysanthemum. And of course, the only guy I like is Joelle, so it's a toss-up at this point. Chrysanthemum is next. Oh my God, Dietrich had me dying on his date with Bernicia. That man is awkward.
Oh, that's a cringe. I was like, oh, you messing up, man. Oh, no.
I just don't get it. Like, she made you nervous, and she was just sitting there eating.
Eating and talking, man. Eating and talking.
It's like, I came into this, I think the first person or the first woman that I looked at and was like, I really like her was Bernicia. And the first guy was Joelle. So that's been it for me. I kind of, I like that they were able to bring Chris back, but I think that it could have been better suited for someone else. Not necessarily to come back, but a brand new person. But I think when I made out my little list, I didn't draw it on here. Oh, yes, I did. So I said that would make it to the end for me was Bernicia and Joelle, Amber and Chris, and then Liz and David. But I gave a toss-up between Liz and David and Kyra and Jason. So Liz and David might end up going home. He was just like that. That was his face. Where are you going? Look, where did you get another graham cracker from?
I just gave him.
This graham cracker is bigger than you. Her lashes made me nervous. She is a hairstylist, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess she's into the beauty world, and you know, people think that long lashes are the bee's knees. I saw an interview where Dietrich said Bernicia gave him butterflies and he was nervous. He said editing made him look bad. I can see that. He did look very, very nervous. And I feel like the kink should be worked out with nervousness by now. Because they've been doing this for however many days or weeks. I don't know what the timeline is for them to film this, because everybody does have jobs and you can't just date 7 days a week when these people got kids and stuff. And Dietrich had so much confidence in his intro for the first episode. He did.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he did. I feel like you should come with confidence, man. Like you shouldn't be a very timid person when you.
He didn't have confidence on that day with Renisha.
He showed this, man. She messed him up. I don't know what she did though.
Nothing. She didn't do anything in particular to make him nervous that we saw, unless something was edited out, like she said something crazy to him or got him caught up in a situation. I can't see why he would have been nervous.
Yeah.
IDK, I didn't know guys called it butterflies, but he said that he felt like she could be his wife and it hit him hard. That should sell.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Have you ever had butterflies on a date?
I don't remember. I don't recall. No, I don't think I've had butterflies on a date. I probably had butterflies like trying to J down on somebody. Or something like that. But nah, not on a date. Because if I got to the date, man, I like the hard part was getting your number.
Who, me?
Nah, just in general.
I would just say it was easy for you to get my number.
It was. I was smooth.
I wasn't
too.
trying to talk to you.
that was smooth too, man.
One day we'll have to sit down and tell that story on the internet.
That's funny.
Let's see. So
you just clicked through everybody to put them up there. Didn't say anything.
I did. I read the one about the guys calling it butterflies, and I asked you a question about it.
Oh, go for it. What you got next?
So we're agreeing that Chrysanthemum goes home next.
Yeah.
So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ladies left. Who goes home after Chrysanthemum? You think Alexis and Ron make it to the end?
Nah. Nah.
Because right now, I don't say right now, but everything could be perfectly paired off. You could have Amber and Chris, Alexis and Ron, Kyra and Jason, Liz and David, and Bernicia and Joelle. And that just leaves Chrysanthemum and AJ with nobody.
Well, Chrysanthemum is going home, and according to y'all, AJ is out the door too.
Yeah, they should be the next two. And then that would leave the people that I just named, and then it would just be a matter of.
Well, I think Joelle and Vernicia is going to make it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Liz is going to make it.
With who?
That's a toss-up.
They win nothing. They don't win anything. It's just the 6 people that make it to the end. It's supposedly 3 couples at the end.
They win a relationship.
And so far, none of the seasons have turned out a lasting relationship from what I read. We didn't watch seasons 1 and 2. And then season 3 was kind of just like, especially Anthony and Winter was just like, you here, I'm here. We just made it to the end because once Joy went home, it just kind of was weird. But yes, I do think that Alexis and Ron could make it to the end. And they could actually potentially be a couple because they are looking for
a competition.
Whatever they looking for.
I get frustrated when, like, at the end, I was frustrated with the last season just because at the end, it's like these couples go through all of this stuff, right? They go through this competition, but only to not be together at the reunion,
right?
You know, or we're just decided to be friends. Now you're gonna spend all this time saying that you want to be in a relationship. I'm assuming that's what it is. Right?
It's a matter of strategy.
They gotta get some money for this, though.
I'm sure they get a per diem. I mean, most shows or things of this nature pay you. Because like when I did Steve Harvey's dating thing.
That's your claim to fame.
No. But I'm just telling you, when I did it, they paid me for it.
Nah, I hear you.
So, I mean, I could imagine that. And that was just a one-day thing.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're doing a series, they should definitely get paid. I mean, I know that they're getting their dates paid for.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it would be a lot more picnics in the park.
Man, we done had a few of those.
Well, I'm just saying it will be a lot more picnics in the park because it's very hard to say I'm going to date 10, 15 times over the course of this month.
Why you bring these in?
I don't know. I'm taking them out now. It's very hard. I'm taking them. It's very hard to say that.
I'll take them.
I got them.
What's like, dog? You just can't leave the live like that, man. What's your problem?
It's very hard to say that you're going to do this for 10 or 12 dates and you're paying for every single date. It's just financially doesn't make any sense. But no, this is true. They also do win exposure because as we've seen, a lot of them have gone on to start YouTube channels, to host parties, and some of the things that people are doing I think are really like nice to see and fun to watch. Like I enjoy Winter's Wine with Winter. I've watched a couple of or not really, I watched a couple of clips of Rashid and Simone's podcast. And I'm really trying to think of who else that I followed from the last season. I think the only person that didn't need to do this for any type of like big notoriety was like KG. And that's because he's already on the radio in Houston. Houston knows who he is.
Yeah, he's trying to really find love.
Allegedly.
He thought he found it with Naya.
Where's your headband going, babe?
Coming off. Exposure is valued these days.
Now let's see translations to dollars and cents. I can't believe Rashid and Simone are a couple. Are they actually a couple?
Wait, who is Simone?
Simone, the lawyer from last season.
Oh,
they do a podcast.
They're a couple?
Together. I don't know that they're a couple. They may be. But they do the podcast together. I like Alexis with her ex-husband. I was confused by her ex-husband doing these interviews because I didn't know what he was trying to prove.
Yeah.
It just felt a little weird. 100% exposure, worth it, I guess. Yeah.
If you're a business owner, if it's positive, if it's you know, you got people talking about you and stuff like that, man.
But people talking about you doesn't automatically generate dollars.
But it can.
It can, depending on your business.
You know.
I know, like Winter came down here and hosted, like I think it was a vision board party or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing stuff like that automatically because number one, I cut up my own magazines at home, and number two, COVID still exists.
Did people pay for it?
Yeah.
So I wonder, can I do a vision board party? If people pay to get in, man. Would y'all come if I put on a vision board party?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? No.
KG doesn't know what he wants. I don't know. It seems like he wants to be in a relationship, and he has a definite he finds a way to make these connections with women on TV shows, or these two women thus far, and you know he's very enamored with them, and then everything works out until he says the wrong thing to Naya. We'll see if things go well with him and Amber. Alexis' ex-husband seems like her manager. He's singing her praises, definitely giving her energy boost because he says nothing but good things about her. Yeah, I hadn't seen him say anything negative about her. It seems like they get along well, they co-parent well. But it seems like he was spending more time talking himself up and her up than anything else. And he was just like, you know, any guy she dates is gonna have to come through me. And I'm like, okay.
Oh,
so explain to me why you're here again.
Like he's her daddy or something.
Yeah, like he's the protector because they have a kid together and blah 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 yada yada.
Yeah. Just wonderful.
I would just say, like, as my current husband, if you became my ex-husband, don't be out here talking about me. Positively or negatively.
You can't tell me what to do.
I just don't want you to.
Say what I want to.
Anyways, KG wants a roommate. Let's not get Tommy started.
I saw that. I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I was just gonna let it fly.
Let's not get him started.
I was just gonna let it fly.
So yeah.
Who else you got?
I think that's all I had.
Yeah.
So yeah, AJ and Chrysanthemum leaving basically evens everything up for people to be with who they want to be with, and then at that point it's just gonna be petty eliminations.
Yeah.
It's gonna be I want to make it to the end, so I'm gonna send your dude home.
I want to bring up Denise from last season.
Sure, go for it.
Cause that Joker was that Joker was funny when she just out of the blue started talking about Joy and what she thought Joy would say. And when Joy's sister had died and she left, I was like, dog, for that to be like something she made up, man, that's crazy. And then the way she got eliminated by playing with them boys' heart like that, man, that just
that wasn't playing with nobody's hearts.
That was strategy right there.
It was a strategy that failed.
She was playing checkers and they was playing chess, and she didn't get the memo.
Nope, she missed it.
Or she was playing Uno by the book and they was playing Uno house rules.
Spades.
Man, that's too funny.
I don't know where she's going, but she just left.
She just left the room.
They said leave crazy in the past.
Leave crazy in the past.
I haven't seen her still doing anything. She doesn't pop up
Denise Lord.
She doesn't pop up in my my feed or anything. Yeah. But I guess she really didn't at first. I see on my explore page, I see Winter from time to time. I see Joy from time to time. And then with videos you may like on YouTube is where Rashid and Simone come in. Like, it's just weird because I'm one of those people that completely disconnects from all of the characters on TV shows when the shows are over. So like, I'll be like, oh, that's great. They're still together. Like Married at First Sight, for an example. And then afterwards, I'm like, who is that again? Because I've completely forgotten about them. Like, let's see. KG seems like he wants to be a kept man.
Why is that? Why you say that, Disco Sprinkles?
You know what? Next week we're gonna put a link in here for people to join us in chat. Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah. Like Coach has first. Oh. Denise was so beautiful, but she was a little cray-cray. No comment. She is beautiful though. So yes, I'll comment on that part. I wonder if Cal finally got back with the ex who left the eviction notice style note on his door. I hope so, because
he should have, man.
Because if you was willing to like dump Adriana, I mean, granted they weren't together, but dump Adriana for this girl, she had to be something special to you.
So at the end of this show, like the people don't go together. Like they're not girlfriend and boyfriend.
They could be.
Oh, okay. I thought automatically like you
no.
You make it to the end, you become girlfriend and boyfriend. It don't work like that. Oh man, I just was lost on that.
I looked on Liz.
All I seen was Tommy
and some pics from nephew Tommy's birthday recently. Somebody else, I want to say it was Rashid, recently talked about. No, it was Dietrich. He was saying that he was at nephew Tommy's birthday party as well. So, I mean, they living the life out there in Texas. I think that's where the party was, anyways. Because I think nephew Tommy lives here.
I don't know.
But I know he's from Houston.
Yeah.
But they living the life and, you know, having a blast, celebrating life and things of that nature. Yeah. I'm not going out to parties like that, but, you know, celebrate yourself.
COVID is still real.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can wear a mask, you'll be all right.
I don't want to go out to wear a mask with these crumbs.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the vacuum cleaner and just get them up. Calfani was just playing the game. Is there anyone that is still a couple from previous seasons? Nope.
Not even from the first season?
Mm-mm. They did. I think the first season, they pretended to still be together at the reunion. But I don't think any other season has had any of that happening. So it's just been, hey, we here. We made it to the end, but guess what? Nothing's going on.
We made it to the end, but we figured out that
we're really not compatible.
We're not compatible. We don't like each other.
I am interested. I wish they would do Where Are They Now? Maybe like after this season, and see if Shay and Raymond are still talking to each other. Who else started talking?
That was the chef, wasn't it?
Shay, yeah, Chef Shay, and then 50 Plus Raymond.
She had been on a few of these dating shows.
I don't know if it was dating shows or just on
She said, so I guess they weren't ready to love. I guess not. I think the way that they say that, like I get it, it's the slogan, but it's like, dog, you could be ready to love. It's just you don't like your love is not one of these folks.
I don't know.
What they say?
KG's eyes lit up when Amber told him she was a DA. I was surprised. Like, I don't want to say I was surprised she was a DA, but
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no. I think that is the epitome of some black girl magic. Tommy, tell us how you feel about KG.
That brother that can dress, man.
With his pastel suits.
Man, he be coming with it, man. I think KG is just I really can't call it with him, man, because he gets so hooked on one girl, and it's hard to like be like for one part, I couldn't think like, why is he on the show? You know what I'm saying? What do you like? You're a radio personality, and you have access to so many people. You can't, find somebody to date. But why is it not working out for you? That's the first thing I think about with anybody that comes on this show. Like, why is it not working out for you? Is dating really that bad? Then, as I see him on the show and his interactions with people, it's like he looks around the room, looks for one person, talks to that one person, and then it's like, okay, this is who I want to be with. I'm vibing with this person, and he's still not playing the game correctly.
He's using this show as like a speed dating type thing, but except for when the timer goes off, he doesn't get up.
Yeah, that's perfect. But I think he's like on here looking for a girl, but it's like, my question is like, what's going on that you can't find one? Because a lot of times you find people in your circle or in your arena, to really like connect with and date and see how it goes. Like, man, it's crazy because it's like we were in the same arena, throughout our life, and that's how we figured out where we were, and stuff like that. So what do they win? Absolutely nothing. Each other.
They win a relationship, hopefully. ?
They win a TV show.
Being a contestant.
Yeah, they win because it's something to lose. They win because somebody else has to lose.
Let's see. Shay was on the show about finding love in Italy.
That's what.
Okay, so it was another dating
Love
show.
in Rome, or Rome in
Love.
Yeah,
because Gina Neely was on that show. To Rome with Love.
To Rome with Love. That's what.
We didn't watch that show, but I remember Gina Neely.
Yeah. I remember somebody saying Shay was on another show, and I was like, what? Now I was like, yeah, she was.
KG is looking for something specific, it seems, and most of the women don't seem into him this season anyways.
Yeah, no, it's only one lady that's into him. I think he had more attention last season.
KG is kind of like the guy that everybody is friendly with, but nobody wants to date. Because like even when him and Naya got into whatever they were doing with each other. When they were getting into whatever they were getting into, remember all the women went to bat for him last season.
was on one.
What are you doing?
Like, I don't like Naya was like truly on one.
Who is Tandy? I'm gonna look up the name.
What if I was like I was on the show?
Were you?
Would you be surprised?
Mm-mm.
Nah, I wasn't on the show.
Would you be surprised if I was on the show?
Yep. That would completely shock me. Who's we talking about though?
KG.
Oh, yeah. I think he's ready to love. He's just not playing the game right.
Yeah. Tandy's
from season two. That's why, we never watched season 2.
We keep lying and saying we're gonna go back and watch stuff, and then life happens. Like we're behind on like the actual TV shows that we watch. Like I think we're a whole season and a half behind on like The Shy.
Come here, man.
What else have we not watched that we typically watch?
I don't know.
I know The Shy is one that sticks out in my head because I actually am excited to see Tabitha Brown on there whenever I start back watching because I enjoy Tabitha's voice.
Yeah.
Her southern drawl. I guess I don't really have anything else. The titles are so messed up that it's ridiculous. So good luck. Yeah, I noticed that like Comcast has this particular season as like season 3, episode 19, and I'm like, this is season 4, episode like 5. So I don't really know where like how everything gets jumbled up and confused. But I think that might be something that is going on with OWN because Love and Marriage Huntsville is the exact same way, where the seasons and the episode numbers don't correspond. I don't know what her hair is doing in this headband.
I don't know. Okay.
Well, guys, it's been an hour. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Get the little person down for bed. Hopefully. What are y'all doing? Lily, take the headband off.
I don't know.
All right, Lily, will you tell everybody bye?
Bye.
You tell them night night?
Night.
Okay. Blow kiss. All right. I guess we'll see you guys. I don't know if we're going to try to do this next week or not.
Yeah, we could.
We can try to do this again next week. Thursday nights seem to be working out for us. There's nothing else on TV that we feel like we need to watch. So we'll try to stick it and come back next week. Well, you guys have a good night. See y'all. That's your piece?
Yeah.
You didn't say it.
Peace.